Well, hello my lovelies, it's Murky Meg here. It's Monday the 5th of August and I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. I actually don't know where to start with this one. It seems Harry and Meghan have gone on their crusades once again, and this time they're aiming it squarely at online abuse. Harry and Meghan have launched a new campaign aimed at tackling harm caused to children online. But of course, it doesn't stop there because Meghan kind of crowbars her own experience with online abuse just to try and get those victim narratives solidified to make sure that you are all aware that she too has suffered. Now, this so-called new project is called the Parents Network, and it aims to help offer a safe and supportive community which is available to all caregivers navigating the complex digital world. And where do you get access to this exclusive club that they have created? Well, of course, their Archwell Foundation website. We have a new slogan because we know that Harry and Meghan love a slogan, and it's each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. So much word salad to unpick right there, isn't there? Firstly, I think it's very important to highlight how this is going down. So if you have a look at CBS Sunday Morning's YouTube channel where they have posted the interview, you've got thumbs up versus thumbs down. Thumbs up, 2,500 likes. Thumbs down, 15,000 dislikes. That is a massive discrepancy. The difference is 12,500 people dislike it more than they do like, which is a whopping 500%. Now, I'm going to call this out here and now. This is quite frankly another grift. And the reason why I say that is yet again she's brought up that now infamous conversation with Oprah that she had on how she felt or said that she felt in the royal family when she was pregnant with Archie. Remember that one? I can't really say too much on YouTube because I will be slapped with a community strike. So I need to be very, very gentle about skirting around the topic in which it was raised, which makes me really mad because I'm sure CBS hasn't or will not be issued with a community strike, although that they have discussed in great depth about what Meghan Markle said and alludes that she went through, and also the parents, which they also spoke to in the presence of Harry and Meghan as part of this interview and as part of this incentive. But what really ticks me off is the fact that it's funneling through Archwell, and we all know that all they really want is donations. Because at the end of the day, Archwell is a foundation and they are nothing without donations. And this so-called altruistic side hustle that they have going makes me really, really concerned that they're trying to crowbar Meghan and Harry's own experience into something that genuinely needs to be addressed. But because Harry and Meghan are constantly playing the victims, and they have done for so long now, you can't really see the genuine aspect of why this needs to be done and if they are the right people for doing this. Because quite frankly, they are not. They cannot call out online abuse without addressing the huge elephant in the room, which is their own fan base. Speak to any royal journalist worldwide who have said anything negative about Meghan Markle. Speak to any YouTuber worldwide who have said anything negative about Meghan Markle. Speak to anybody who has ever said anything negative about Meghan Markle online or on social media, and you will know the attacks that have been driven their way. What they're doing is confusing bullying with critical analysis. Let's not forget Harry's role in the Aspen Institute, where he is the champion, or was the champion, of tackling misinformation online. What they're doing now is using their own victim narrative and using it as part of this incentive and using those poor parent stories to solidify the narrative of what they went through. And I mean they by Harry and Meghan. And I suspect, I can't prove this is just my theory, that they're going to solicit private and public grants and donations for this very incentive via Archwell Foundation. Now, they've got some heavy lifters when it comes to the partners. They've got Parents Together, Five Rights Foundation, NSPCC, Social Media Victims Law Centre and Screen Sanity, none of which posted anything on their social media platforms with regards to the launch of yesterday's project. Now, Harry says that we as parents should be first responders in our children's lives when it comes to their online behaviour and what they're seeing. He throws out a very wild accusation that it could take only 24 hours for a child to go down to the rabbit hole of online toxicity for them to do something that would unalive themselves. I have searched the internet high and dry and I can find no statistic to back this up. On their Archwell website, as part of this parents program, they give a parents guide to Instagram, parents guide to Snapchat, parents guide to TikTok. But what really ticks me off is the fact that they have crowbarred their own so-called experiences and used it to solidify themselves against the parents that have actually lost children. And the fact that Meghan Markle has said that she's only just scratched the surface of what she went through in the royal family screams to me that she's not done throwing grenades. So not only is she using this platform on the back of parents' grief to empower themselves to be the champions of online saviours, but she's also throwing grenades at the royal family in the process. The fact is, the royal family have said absolutely nothing recently with regards to Harry and Meghan. They have remained silent. But unfortunately, Harry and Meghan have not. What they're actually doing is tracing the footsteps of what William and Catherine are actually doing as well. In September 2022, William went and said that children need more online protection. And let's not forget the amazing work that Princess Catherine is doing for the early years. One thing I'd like to highlight is that Jane Putney was the one that did the interview, and she made a comment about their parent group launch being a modest beginning. This was the look that she gave Jane Putney. It's the look of a narcissist, quite frankly. There were so many elements of that interview where Meghan Markle was not happy. And in fact, Crazy Days and Nights did a blind a couple of days ago. It was actually Saturday, and it said the illiterate one was yelling at a producer after a recent interview. And the way that she's come across, the facial expressions, and I've actually popped a link in the description below if you actually want to go to CBS and watch the video yourselves, you can see she's not comfortable. Her facial expressions will always let her down because, quite frankly, a narcissist doesn't know how to empathise. They know the motions that they should go through to achieve empathy or look like they achieve empathy, but they can't actually feel that genuine empathy. And this itself shows exactly what I mean. The fact that they were sat there talking and highlighting these parents' terrible, terrible stories, yet it was still all about Harry and Meghan. It was just them playing the victim yet again. And it really does annoy me. And in fact, we've got to remember that it was Valentine Lowe from the Times that wrote an absolutely mind-blowing piece accusing Meghan Markle of being a bully. Now, I'm going to ask you a genuine, serious question. Why hasn't Meghan Markle sued Valentine Lowe and the Times? This is just another guise for a grift, in my own personal opinion, and I find it quite sickening. The interview was so self-serving. It was dripping in treacle. The fact that Meghan Markle said that she hasn't scraped the surface of experiences in the royal family during this interview is so tone deaf, it's unbelievable. When she spoke about her apparent things that she went through when she was pregnant with Archie, there wasn't a single voice crack, a tremble, a tear in the eye, nothing. Zero emotion. And while she's speaking on this, Harry offers no support or comfort. But it really annoys me that they are utilising parents' grief and parents' trauma to paint themselves as the saviours of online content. I'm going to end this video with a plea. If you were so concerned about online content and trauma, then you would address what your fans have done to the royal family. What your fans do to people that criticise Harry and Meghan, and what you have done via Christopher Boozy. And because they have latched onto this whole parent online safety, they think that they don't have to address it. You cannot champion something that you are complicit in. So I would love to know, did you watch it? What are your thoughts? Have you read any news about it? Do you think that Harry and Meghan should be the champions of children's online safety, or do you just think that makes them complete hypocrites? I'm going to put my 2 pence in yet again. I'm going to say Meghan Markle is the new Amber Heard of victimhood. It really does take the biscuit. And as always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.